Did his rookie year, he like took his team to the playoffs the first year? You know who didn't do that?
Fast forward 8. Over the course of LeBron's career, he has played with a total or just a great
we'll keep it going. If you see it, you see it.
Player. Well, over the course of LeBron's career,
you can convince me that Mike Miller was not damn near Ray Allen. You could convince me of that, dog.
Player.
Yo, what it is, TDC, it's your boy Srotonn here, but you could call me Tone. All right, listen. We're finna watch Jimmy High Roll, you know what I'm saying, is LeBron making Luke worse. Now, me personally, after seeing a couple games, I wouldn't use this verbiage per se, but I would say like playing with LeBron probably is suppressing his abilities for sure, you know what I'm saying, maybe down some numbers, but just making him worse is crazy. But it's Jimmy High Roller, so I'm sure I'm going to come out and be like, yeah. Yes, he is making them worse. Well, let's get into it, man.
We are now 7 games into the Luka Doncic era in LA. And after getting out to a rough start, things seem to be on the right path for the Lakers and their new superstar. But also,
and I be seeing people online, they be like, man, fuck that LeBron. Oh, man, he need to step back. He need to just let Luka. Luka is 20 motherfucking 5. He's 25. He's going to have his time, you guys. But if you think OG, triple OG, triple OG, OG, LeBron is just going to who's playing well, going to step back and be like, nah, I don't want the ball. You crazy. You crazy.
Luka still doesn't look quite like Luka. In fact, his first 3 games with the team was statistically the worst 3-game stretch of his entire career.
Okay,
even his first 3 games in the NBA. Now, there are plenty of great reasons why this has been the case. The man is transitioning into a completely new system. He's playing alongside new teammates and just beginning to build chemistry with them. He's coming off of the most serious injury in his career, and he's playing himself back into shape. And of course, he's still mentally recovering from one of the most egregious cases of backstabbing in sports history. All of these explanations are perfectly reasonable, but some fans have elected a 4th possible reason for Luka's recent slump.
LeBron.
This man, claiming that LeBron is to blame for Luka's struggles because he simply does not make his teammates better. In fact, some fans are claiming he never has, and that Luka is next in line to have his career completely altered by LeBron and his heliocentric, self-serving play style.
And I'm not saying that it is totally wrong to get that criticism that people play worse with LeBron, but I mean, you know, I don't really know what the actual reason for that is. We're not in the locker rooms. We're not at the practices. I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you.
I claim that sounds outlandish, but as Luka's first stretch in LA has unfolded, I've begun to see this claim more.
Niggas just go to Lakers and fold, to be honest with you.
simply doesn't elevate those around him. And the more I saw it, the more I began to wonder if LeBron is a great teammate or if he is just a great player. A question that led me down a rabbit hole of player testimonies, historic data, and career trajectories to uncover the truth behind if LeBron truly makes his teammates better.
Okay, let's talk about it. Because I never really sat down and really looked at the stats or anything.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. Whether you're looking for
shout out to SeatGeek. I got
just announced the first iPhone.
I got some seats in Detroit for like $40.
Dirk Nowitzki is the MVP frontrunner. Steve Jobs just announced the first iPhone. Kevin Durant is still at Texas. And LeBron just dropped a 40-piece on the Pistons. An early masterpiece within his storied career and fuel to the fire both for...
In 2007, I was in 7th grade. Something like that.
Fans and critics. At this point, the world was well acclimated to the megastar LeBron was becoming. This kid isn't just good, he may be the best player in the world. But does he make his teammates better? In a Slam article published in March of 2007, the question was already being posed. The verdict at the time? It didn't matter. His teammates weren't good enough to make a difference anyways, and he would need to drop 40 bombs to keep his team alive come the playoffs. Which is exactly what he did a month later when he put together one of the most ridiculous carry jobs the NBA has ever seen, dragging an underwhelming Cavs roster to the NBA Finals.
To the NBA Finals, y'all. And then I think his rookie year, wasn't he? Because I think I started watching it watching NBA in 2007-ish. Did his rookie year, he like took his team to the playoffs the first year? Bro, You know who didn't do that?
Fast forward 18 years, and LeBron is still really good. And the question of if he truly makes his teammates better is still being asked. The latest evidence suggesting he actually doesn't? A 25-year-old superstar, Luka Doncic, struggling to adapt to a system centered around a 40-year-old LeBron.
Has it even been a
lows
month?
almost
Like,
across the
bro.
board in his first stretch with the team. And although there is a list of perfectly good explanations for Luka's struggles, some suggest the real problem is LeBron. We
Right,
have
of
seen
course,
LeBron
always.
elevate countless teammates into real championship caliber players. But we've also seen legitimate talent get suppressed and relegated under LeBron's leadership and play style. So is there any real validity to this
I forgot he
argument?
was on that
And is
team.
LeBron James a great teammate or just a great player? Well, over the course of LeBron's career, he has played with a total or just a great
we'll keep it going. If you see it, you see it.
player. Well, over the course of LeBron's career, he has played with a total of 240 players.
God damn, he played with Derek? He played with D-Rose? Why did I say Derek? He played with D-Rose? He played with Eric Snow? When did he play with Eric Snow? He's on that Cavs team? He played with Jerry Stackhouse. It's just names that pop out. Carlos Boozer? I don't remember him playing with Carlos Boozer. Of course, niggas could be on the bench I wouldn't know anyways, but damn. Delonte West. Oh, Delonte West. But it is what it is. All right, let's keep going.
But many of these were for just a handful of games. Of the 240, 110 of these teammates played with him for a considerable amount of time. At least a full season of being on the same roster. And out of these 110 past and present teammates, only 27 of them played their best season in the league while playing with
Norris
LeBron.
Cole.
That's only 25%.
Niggas thought Norris Cole was finna be like the next, I don't know. After that season, bro, oh my God, that championship season, or like the season where he was playing with LeBron, niggas thought Norris Cole was finna be. Yeah, for real.
The other 75% of his teammates had their best seasons somewhere else.
Yeah.
But this isn't really a fair metric.
Okay.
Many of these players became teammates with LeBron long after their prime years
Look
and
at
weren't
Eric
nearly
Snow,
as good
like,
or productive as they were
who the
prior
fuck
to
is
teaming
Eric
up with
Dampier?
LeBron. Now, looking at the
Dampier.
most notable and longest tenured teammates of LeBron's career, nearly all of them played better or at least had better seasons without LeBron. And
Okay.
most of these players were in their prime when they became teammates, including Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, and Anthony Davis. But this still doesn't address the progression or regression players have once they team up with LeBron. How
Damn. Hey, well, I think like I said, I use the word depressed. I use the word suppressed for a reason. I feel like it's definitely, I can see it where it's like it's more suppressed, but I don't know if suppressed would mean the same thing as worst season, but I don't know.
players played in the season prior to teaming up with LeBron, how they played in the following season with LeBron, and how they played once they were no longer teammates with him. So here is every player that
Niggas
was a
do ball when
teammate
they
of
get off the
LeBron's
Lakers,
for at
though.
least a full season's worth
I
of
will
games.
say that.
59 players in total, ranging from Avery Bradley and Rashard Lewis to Anthony
Richard
Davis
Jefferson.
and Chris Bosh. Now, of the 52 players who played at least a full season in the league before becoming teammates with LeBron, 26 of them saw an increase in their value and impact after teaming up with him.
Okay.
24 had a decrease in their value and impact, and 2 of them stayed virtually the same. In other words, about half of LeBron's teammates played better, about half of them played worse, and on average, his presence was essentially a net neutral. But this is where it gets really interesting.
Now, I would say it just, like you said, a lot of people, their roles, to me, their roles changed when they were with LeBron. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. Ray Allen, Rondo, like their roles was not Westbrook. And I'm only talking to people like, saying people that I know that I've seen with my eyes. They're Anthony Davis. Yeah. Why did Juwan Howard have a worse season? What the fuck? But their roles changed when they was with LeBron. Ray Allen wasn't Bucks Ray Allen. He wasn't Celtics Ray Allen. Like that wasn't their role no more. to me, Ray Allen was the old nigga that you need to make the shots, and he did. Now, did he make it? Did they rely on him to make it as much as we relied on him to make it on the Celtics? No. Well, shoot the ball as much? No, but
Of the 45 players who played seasons following their time with LeBron, in cases where he left the team or they did, 34 of them saw a decrease in their value and impact once they were no longer teammates. 4 of them saw time with LeBron in cases where he left. Of the 45 players who played seasons following their time with LeBron, in cases where he left the team or they did, 34 of them saw a decrease in their value and impact once they were no longer teammates. On average, when players join LeBron, their value pretty much doesn't change. But once they are no longer teammates with LeBron, their value tends to fall off drastically. Why this happens is completely dependent on the situation and the player. It may be due to aging, readjusting to a new system, or probably the massive LeBron-sized void that
I can see Iglauskis, because I don't even know what team Iglauskis went to after the Cavs. I have no idea.
Left in his departure. According to this data, overall,
but I'm
having
not really
LeBron
sure.
as a teammate produces an overwhelmingly positive result versus not having him as a teammate. Breaking news. I know, right? But it also tells us that, generally speaking, LeBron doesn't really make his teammates better. This data is far from perfect, but it tells us a lot about the impact LeBron has had and the role he has played throughout his career. Historically, LeBron has made teams better, but not often do we see players, especially established players, take leaps in their game as his teammate. Oftentimes, his sheer dominance and other players fitting around his playstyle being the driving force for his team's success, which is...
And I guess if you want to say that is an argument for, Jordan... I guess that's a good argument, but I don't know. I feel like it's situational. Niggas is not coming to Michael Jordan I was about to say some bullshit. They're not coming to Michael Jordan at the end of their career. So what I seen when he brought up what's the game name? The whole championship team. I feel like none of them was quote unquote out of their prime. Maybe I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
Is actually revealed within this data, because the players that tend to see the most improvement once they become teammates with LeBron are the ones that mesh well with his play style. 3-and-D off-ball scoring threats and shooters that space the floor and benefit from LeBron's playmaking. J.R. Smith, Mo Williams, Channing Frye, Kyle Korver, Rashard Lewis, and Shane Battier. Big men have consistently also benefited from playing with LeBron. Players like Ilgauskas, Tristan Thompson, Drew Gooden, JaVale McGee, Ben Wallace, and Timofey Mozgov have all seen a boost in their production.
When the fuck did Ben Wallace play? When did Ben Wallace play with LeBron?
Production and efficiency while playing with LeBron. Now, the players that tend to regress once they become teammates with him are usually the high-usage, ball-dominant players that are pushed into a more passive role when sharing the court with LeBron. Essentially, former first options that have to adjust to being second or at times even third options on offense, changing their touches, their rhythm, and even when and how they operate on the court. Players
and again, these are all people who came from teams where they needed these niggas to do this. Didn't know he played with Larry Hughes. That is fucking crazy. This nigga's been playing with a lot of motherfucking older people, bro. But Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, D Wade, Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook, Rondo, these are all people who came, like you said, high usage. These niggas was essential to their fucking team before playing with LeBron. Essential. They're just not anymore. And I don't know if that constitutes to them to not making them better.
Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
All right, am I covering it? Probably am. Yeah, so again, like I said, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, D Wade, all them. Kevin Love, when he was on the motherfucking Timberwolves, bro, the nigga had a 40-40 game? Like, no, you're not gonna get a 40-40 game, bro, like on the Cavs. Like, come on.
Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo, Russell Westbrook,
with
and
LeBron
possibly where we might eventually find Luka Doncic. And this is the answer to the age-old question we came here to answer today. For most players, teaming up with LeBron can come with more open looks. It can mean an easier offensive assignment or a role that better suits your play style. With a playmaker as incredible as LeBron is, scoring opportunities can open up in places they never did before, in the form of lobs, skip passes, being rewarded for cutting and moving off the ball, and even being in close proximity to LeBron, granting them access to one of the sharpest minds
this nigga don't know what the fuck going on.
basketball has ever seen. For the most part, it's the role players, glue guys, spot-up shooters who have benefited greatly from playing with LeBron. For these players, he does in fact make them better and more valuable on the court. As some would put it, LeBron is the ultimate floor raiser. For most of his career, you could give him 7 marginal talents and he would find a way to turn them into a 50-win title contending team. It is a tangible quality that has ultimately been a blessing and, at times, a curse. The blessing is that regardless of who LeBron is playing with, he is the offense. The curse is that regardless of who LeBron is playing with, he's still the offense. And this floor-raising superpower seems to get neutralized the further off the floor it gets. For elite players who are accustomed to running an offense tailor-made for them and their pace and their play style, playing with LeBron is a massive adjustment. The more your game is predicated on operating with the ball in your hands, the less likely playing with LeBron is going to elevate your game. And so it ends up being the best, high-usage, high-profile, ball-dominant players that usually see a slight decline in their production and impact once they become teammates with
like I said, I think that's okay.
LeBron.
I think that's okay.
It's Chris Bosh and Kevin Love going from bona fide first options to hyper-efficient third options with a lighter offensive load. It's players like Anthony Davis and Dwayne Wade going from offensive engines to pieces in what inevitably becomes LeBron's offense. In 2018, Kevin Pelton of ESPN used the Shaney projection system to find out if LeBron made his teammates better. And after analyzing 25 different teammates of LeBron from 2014 to 2018, the numbers indicated that only 9 of them met or exceeded their projected impact once teaming up with LeBron. Pelton's final conclusion after conducting his analysis: any team with James must be careful not to invest too many resources on players who are best with the ball in their hands. Instead, the focus should be finding role players whose games will mesh well with LeBron's.
Okay, and I see this is kind of like what I was trying to say. Actually, no, I mean I said it, but I just didn't put it like this. I said people who are like key and high usage to their older playing with their teams without LeBron, those are the people that suffer the most. So I said it. But yeah, and if you want to get at this argument, sure. I mean, it's a good point, but I still don't think that negates anything that he has accomplished. Just because he doesn't make the players around him better and just the team, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it just depends on what system you're trying to run. You know what I mean?
And although teaming up with LeBron is a transition that has proven to be purely incompatible for some players, a lighter offensive burden is not necessarily an indicator of regression. In fact, in many cases, sacrificing box score numbers and shot attempts and usage is a sacrifice necessary to win. For every player that was forced to take a backseat and transform their game for the sake of LeBron and the team, there's a player who's found success and improvement in being teammates with LeBron. Because LeBron may or may not make you a better player.
I thought this nigga was like, you can convince me that Mike Miller was not damn near Ray Allen. You could convince me of that, dog.
But he has perpetually made teams better, and it's a trade-off that most players are ready and willing to make if they want to win. Dwayne Wade said that LeBron is the best teammate you could ever have. Chris Bosh said playing with LeBron was a dream and that the game was easy with him. Kevin Love said LeBron made the game easier for all of us. Anthony Davis said LeBron is the best leader I've ever played with. He makes everyone better. And this is the resounding sentiment of most players that have played with LeBron.
And I haven't heard a lot of people say that like he wasn't a good teammate. They've always said great things about him. I'm sure probably not everybody, but most of the people that we know have said great things about him. And like he said, just because, you know, LeBron, he lessens the offensive burden doesn't mean that it's regression to me. But, you know, some people it is. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Player in the world and an even better teammate. LeBron put me in a position to succeed. He's a great teammate. He's a great teammate. He made the game easier for all of us. LeBron is the ultimate teammate. LeBron makes the right play every time. He is an incredible teammate.
Yeah.
The numbers and data may get us closer to an objective truth behind this question, but it's the personal testimonies from teammates themselves that, to me, speak louder than anything. And all of this information that we gather here today gives us a small glimpse at where this duo may end up, and the sacrifices that will be necessary if they want to tap into their full potential of what they can be as teammates. For 2 decades, LeBron has been the centerpiece to every roster he's ever been on. 240 teammates over the course of 22 years. All of them fitting around him. But at the age of 40, it might be time to pass the torch to a player who is ready to fill a role only LeBron once could. LeBron and Luka may be able to coexist just as they are without compromising their games. But if history has shown us anything, regardless of the talent available, and especially if the talent available is extraordinary, in order to be great, someone has to be willing to recalibrate their game in exchange for winning and what's best for those around them.
I think it's a good
sacrifice that many great players have made for LeBron, and one that he may soon have to make for his teammate.
As always, man, great fucking video, man. Great fucking video, Jimmy. So I think my closing remarks on this is I don't think LeBron is going to take that step back. I just don't. I just don't. Will he need to in order to win everything? Possibly. But Lakers fans, relax. It's only been, has it been a month? Okay, it's been, let's say it's been a month. Give it some time. And the LeBron era is over. Just, y'all have a new superstar, bro. It is. Y'all have a new superstar. Just let it ride, man. Do you because do you think you seriously have a chance to get to win the championship this year? Like, come on, bro. So I think that's all I really got to say. I think we're going to get up out of here, man. Till next time. I'm out.